In an ever-growing world that is so heavily dependent on technology, it is becoming more and more evident that cybersecurity is no longer a second or third consideration, but rather a forethought when considering most things technology-based. Today, technology has brought many exciting ingenuities like online shopping, banking, and even working from home. But as good as all this sounds, it can also have unyielding repercussions on us as consumers, employees, and business owners. Cybersecurity is defined as the protection of internet-connected systems, including hardware, software, and data. These cybersecurity principles that every company should adhere to, regardless of size, type, could mean disastrous consequences for each and every consumer that uses this service provided. We would like to discuss one particular cybersecurity breach that involved Yahoo. We want to take a look at how this attack was discovered, what information was compromised, actions taken by Yahoo, and the lasting effects of the attack on Yahoo and its users. It is our goal that by the end of this analysis, you will have a better understanding of the cyber attack that happened, but as well as the importance of cybersecurity.
The attack on Yahoo in 2013 was only realized due to a separate investigation of a breach in 2014. In late 2014, Yahoo's chief information security officer provided senior management and legal teams with multiple internal reports that a theft had occurred involving close to 500 million user accounts. Aside from these internal reports, reports were also received that Yahoo user credentials were up for sale on the dark web. These reports led to a 2-year investigation in which the FBI determined that this breach had started as part of a spear phishing scheme developed by state-sponsored Russian agents. Spear phishing, much like phishing, occurs when an attempt is made to attain sensitive or secretive information by disguising oneself as a trustworthy entity. Spear phishing, however, is directed towards a specific individual, business, or organization. In this case, it was targeted at Yahoo employees directly. Once the right Yahoo employee had opened and clicked within this spear phishing email, the hackers had gained their access. Again, the breach in 2014 was only the first discovered breach and later led to the discovery that a much larger breach had occurred in the year prior. This breach in 2013 compromised significantly more data than that of the breach in 2014. This newly discovered breach is still quite a mystery. Yahoo, in fact, stated that we have not been able to identify the intrusion associated with this theft. This information was disclosed along with other vulnerabilities that were discovered during this investigation. For example, a vulnerability was detected with authorization. Hackers had found ways to create cookies that allow them to log into user accounts without a valid password. From 2013, continuing through the next several years, Yahoo experienced several damaging cyber attacks. The worst, however, was the first to occur and the longest to discover.
This attack involved millions of user accounts. Just imagine you sign up for an email account and you're using this account for communications with your bank, your job, and probably just about everything. There is a lot of private information that can be obtained by a security breach. For Yahoo, this became painfully clear after a large-scale cyber attack took place. A group of hackers breached Yahoo security measures and obtained secure and private information of over 3 billion user accounts. Just think about what information is available in your email as well as when you created this account. Information such as phone numbers, birth dates, security questions, passwords are only some of the data that was taken during this attack. To some people, this information may not seem like much, but when it is accompanied by other attacks from other sources, this information can be used to do a lot of damage in the wrong hands. The smallest breach in a security protocol and a business can lead to the affected person's bank accounts being cleaned out, their identity stolen, credit card fraud, and numerous other outcomes.
Actions taken by the organization. In 2016, when Yahoo found out that their users' database information was being sold on the dark web, it performed an investigation but found no solid evidence that the data breach happened. It was Yahoo's cybersecurity team's initiative to perform a deeper investigation of the matter that ended up discovering that at least 500 million user accounts had been stolen between 2013 and 2014. It is not surprising that several companies have struggled with cyber attacks in recent years, but Yahoo's cybersecurity efforts were minimal when compared to other tech companies. Tech companies have spent millions of dollars on cybersecurity in order to prevent these types of cyber attacks, while other companies such as Google, Dropbox, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr chose to adjust their business strategies to deal with these cyber attacks. Yahoo's CEO focused on updating Yahoo's web interface and adding email features. In 2010, Google announced that they will start paying hackers bug bounties if they found security holes in its systems. Yahoo did not do the same until 2013, after not only losing several security engineers to other tech firms, but also overwhelmed with a breach of 450,000 user accounts in 2012. In 2013, Yahoo reported that they paid out $1.8 million to bug bounties. In 2014, Yahoo hired Alex Stamos, who had a reputation for pushing for privacy, which was widely praised by the security community as a sign that Yahoo was prioritizing its users' privacy and security. The current and former employees say he inspired a small team of young engineers to develop more secure code, improve the company's defenses, including encrypting traffic between Yahoo's data centers, hunt down criminal activity, and successfully collaborate with other companies in sharing threat data. When it came time to commit meaningful dollars to improve Yahoo's security structure, Mrs. Mayer frequently clashed with Mr. Stamos, according to the current and former employees. She denied Yahoo's security team financial resources and put off proactive security defenses, including intrusion detection mechanisms for Yahoo's production systems. Over the last few years, employees said that Yahoo's security engineers have been hired away by competitors like Apple, Facebook, and Google.
Hi, I am Firas Al-Kahtani and I will be talking about the effect of the breach on users and company of Yahoo. I'd like to start by the important part, which is the users. Users' data were exposed to identity theft after Yahoo have been attacked by hackers. As mentioned earlier that 3 billion users of Yahoo have lost sensitive data. What type of information have they lost is being explained by Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer. She said when Yahoo announced the breach on 2014, details that were taken include names, email addresses, telephone numbers, date of birth, and passwords. Some security questions might have also been stolen. Information like mother's maiden name or dog's name are possibly out there. What is also out there is the payment information of users. All of this data has been stolen are sensitive and can be effectively used to harm innocent people by selling the data on the dark web or any different way. Users' data are subject to be used by criminals who attempt to steal money or to target people and harm people and practice bullying. Names, date of birth, home addresses can effectively be used in information gathering and social engineering or brute force attacking. Information gathering and social engineering or brute force attacking are the steps of taking over someone's privacy. Also, the attack have affected some of Yahoo users financially. Yahoo faced a lawsuit after they announced the breach on 2014, and they ended up with a settlement of 117 $8.5 million, which includes $55 million for victims' losses and $24 million for 2 years of credit and $30 million for legal fees and $8.5 million for other expenses. This attack was a loss on the company's sales because Yahoo was about to sell internet services for the amount of $4.8 billion to Verizon. After the breach, Verizon prompted a price cut to $4.48 billion. And thank you for listening. In my point of view, that Yahoo could prevent these losses by spending extra money. This is how not paying attention to security what could cause, especially from a big companies that stores big amount of users' data and sensitive data.
In conclusion, cyber attacks are carried out on companies for many different reasons, ranging from malicious intent, data theft, property theft, disruption of work, and so much more. In the case of Yahoo, the theft was carried out to steal personal information of the users of Yahoo services. Even though the attack was discovered and corrective actions were taken, the damage was already done. Users' personal information became public to unauthorized users. The extent of the damage caused by the attack will probably never be fully discovered, but a valuable lesson was learned in this attack on Yahoo. We find that companies that are affected by cybersecurity breaches, regardless of fault, are held liable for the information that was supposed to be kept secure. As we move forward, our society will become ever more reliant on technology, and with more technology comes the need for far superior techniques to keep out and keep our information safe.